Peace and blessings, peace and blessings. How you all doing out there? How's everybody? Want to say thank you to everybody, man, who's always, keeping me in mind, keeping me in their prayers. I'm working. I'm definitely out here working. I'm actually about to speak in a jail in a couple of days in D.C. I was blessed to be able to speak to some juveniles down in Newport News in the detention center, with a nonprofit that I'm a part of as well, Catch More Kids. So I'm staying active. I'm definitely busy out here working on something right now. We're about to have a little paint and sip, partnered with this sister and her organization, The Good Fight. So, definitely we're not paint and sip, paint and hip hop actually. For us kids, we won't be sipping anything but juice. But yeah, staying active, staying busy, and staying involved. So I thank you all for always checking on me and keeping me in your prayers. I know that, like I said, there are other web channels and podcasts and things out there that draw you all's attention. There are plenty prison stories I could tell, some gruesome, some funny, etc. And I will, but like I said, I don't do this to entertain. I do it with the intent to share the lessons that I've learned and things I've seen and things other people have seen. So with that said, I'm just going to be brief on this one. Yesterday was Mother's Day. And I pray that you mothers out there who are good and sincere and true to your responsibility, your duty, your blessing, I definitely wish you happy Mother's Day. And although we know that Mother's Day is actually every day, just like Father's Day is every day for real and good fathers, I know it still feels good to be acknowledged on that day. So happy Mother's Day to you mothers who are true to your responsibilities. For those who've been following me, you all know that I lost my mother 2 months before coming home on a life sentence, but I had been locked up at the time for 25 years. And 2 months before walking out the prison, they called me up to the counselor's office and was like, and my cousin was on the phone. They said they found my mom on a park bench, dead. She had cancer. She had told me she had it 7 years prior, but she told me that they, did surgery and she was good. She never brought it up. I've questioned her, along the way, like, Mom, you good? Everything straight? She's like, yeah, I'm good. But that wasn't the case. And, my little brother always tells me that she tried to hold on, until I came home. She just ain't want to worry me. It's a weight. It's more weighty than people understand. And it's not because it's a loss. It's how she was lost. You know what I'm saying? As a son who strove during my incarceration to become a better man, my aim was to come home and add to the family, to contribute to the family's growth and development and success, etc. Fill in the gaps. And, I'm out 2 months too late, for my mama, man. Who wants their mama to die on a park bench in D.C., man? So, but anyway, usually I'm all right, you know what I mean? It still weighs heavy on me because there are days I might watch something, a TV show, and it'll make me say, and I'll tear up. Or I might, see other people, pictures with their moms, and I'll tear up just because of the loss and the missed opportunities, right? But I press on. I think I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do to make her proud of me, so I'm grateful for that. I'm definitely grateful for that. But yesterday was hard. I think I woke up with the intent to kind of do, travel. I was actually gonna ride to the beach by myself, right? Then I kept trying to pull up this particular beach and it kept saying, nope, can't find a way. And the other day I looked it up, it was like 2 hours. I looked it up and kept, badgering the Google, And it was like 4 hours, 4 hours, 30 minutes. I'm like, hold on, it wasn't like that 2 days ago. I don't know. I literally kept just checking and checking. I don't know if it was traffic. I don't know. So I just like, that might not be meant to happen. So, I was like, I'm gonna get out the house. I made a few phone calls, but people were busy. So I went out and dropped some food off at a family member's, and I was gonna ride around. I was gonna ride, catch up with some people. I couldn't. As I rode, it's like so many thoughts, right? So many feelings were roiling through me. I'm talking about like just coursing. I was like, every red light, I feel like I'm about to cry. Every red light, I'm like, man, hurry up and get home. Hurry up and get home. So I got home, and I just sat down for a while, and I just pondered. I pondered life, death, and I realized, like at funerals, when people say, we're gonna stay in touch, and you see family you ain't seen in years, we're gonna stay in touch, I'm gonna call you, man, woo. And most of the time that actually doesn't happen. And why is that? Because as a people, we ride emotional roller coasters, right? We're not as logical as we should be, right? Logic dictates that, okay, stay in touch with family. That's tomorrow's not promised. That's logic. Makes sense. But if we don't have those particular bonds, then we may not actually do that. So when we see each other, emotions are riding high, we hugging and we crying and we reminiscing, and we want to stay in touch. But then life gets the best of us. Then we're at work, 5 in the morning, 6 in the morning, 7 in the morning, to 4, 5, and 6 in the evening. Then we get home and we're tired. Or we'll go, do something. We might go to a park. We might go to work out. We might just come home and cook. But before you know it, boom, tomorrow, work, same routine. And you may make time for those things that are immediately important. So it might be certain family members that you call, or certain friends that you call immediately, because that's your routine. You make time for washing clothes, you make time for going to the store, grocery shopping, etc. But those members of your family or friends that you don't normally stay in touch with, it's harder to just reach out to them. And sometimes just because you don't have that bond, so you don't know exactly what you're going to say, you don't know exactly what you're going to talk about. So we have this problem, and we stay away from each other because we don't fight through those barriers, internal barriers, to check on one another. A couple of people actually checked on me yesterday. It was like, man, hope you're doing all right. I know it's a rougher. And that meant a lot. It was like 2 people. But then I sat back and thought about the people that I care about, and I'm like, they've lost. Some have lost their mother, some have lost their grandparents, some have lost children. And I'm like, I just sit back and be like, I wish that we would add more beauty to one another's lives. Many times we just sit back and think of ways to add stress and strife, hardship to one another. I don't want to do that. I'll stay out your life before I add hardship to your life. Life is hard as it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm talking about every day is like death. People dying. You see homeless everywhere you drive. You hear people talking, it's complaining, and understandable. Bills, jobs, environment, work, life is stressful. Life is stressful. But the one thing I come to the conclusion is that we are breathing. And for those of us that are breathing, we have to be more grateful for that. We have to be more grateful for that. We have to dig a little deeper within ourselves and consider other people. Sometimes we don't even consider other people. We really don't. We get so busy thinking about what we're going through that we don't even think about what he's going through or she's going through or they're going through, like real talk. Real talk. And that's understandable. That's understandable because your pain is your pain. Your frustration is your frustration. However, when we become selfless, right? When we become selfless, that means we have to consider others sometimes. And in doing so, we may actually learn how to handle our own grievances, our own grieving, and so forth. So, like I said, I didn't want to get up here, and I don't want to drain nobody's energy. And if I did, pardon me. I just wanted to thank those who, do keep me in mind, keep me in prayers. That means more to me than you know. But also too, I want to say, reflect daily if you're able to. If not, try to do it often. Even if you got to write it down, reflect on those we love and care for, and consider that they may be going through something. They may be going through something. And sometimes it's good to consider them. It's good to consider them. What can we do to add to someone's life? Just a little bit. Just a little bit. What can we do to help one another out? Just a little bit. It ain't got to be nothing extravagant. It ain't got to be nothing big. It ain't got to be nothing financial. It could be a text. It could be an out the blue phone call. And I've said this before, not a whole lot, but I've said it before. Gratitude is what made me grow. Gratitude, because I said to myself, if I'm really going to keep it real with people, then keep it real with those who love me and keep it real with me. And so those family members and friends that wrote me and checked on me when I was doing that long 25 years, I said the best way to show them that I'm sincere in my gratitude is do better and be better. Ain't that what they're asking for in the letter? Stay out of trouble. Get all your education, come home and do right. Ain't that what they ask? So ain't it real to do that? To show them that I was sincere, I'm a man of my word. So when we say we're grateful, then I believe that that's an action word like love, and that we have to prove it through our actions. So I appreciate you all. I got a couple more videos I'm gonna try to make this week, and talk about a couple of more life lessons and whatnot. So thank you all. I pray you all have a good day, a good evening, a good night. And I pray that you dig a little deeper, just a little deeper, to keep yourself up, right? And if you up, see if you can grab somebody else and pull them up with you. Yeah, it's all right. Peace and blessings. Stay safe and sane. And again, I thank you all.